The Nintendo Switch 2, 1 month later. Hi. Sorry I've been away for a while. I've just been so busy with other stuff and work and just real life stuff outside of the realm of YouTube that's been keeping me pretty busy and pretty occupied. But I did go to the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. I went to the midnight launch. I was first in line. I met some amazing people. I played some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and tabletop mode to really, truly give that system the send-off that it deserves. At launch, I bought the Nintendo Switch 2 bundled with Mario Kart, Cyberpunk, and also the Pro Controller. I was hoping to also pick up Hitman and Street Fighter 6 because I really want to dive into those games on the Switch 2, but it's game card keys, and no. I have been having an absolute blast with this console. I am addicted to it and its games. I have sunk 60 hours in to Cyberpunk, and I completely skipped out of playing that game on the PlayStation 5. But on the Switch, I am having the best time. I'll play the Nintendo Switch downstairs docked on the TV with a Pro Controller in hand. Then when it's time for bed, I'll undock my Nintendo Switch, take it upstairs, and continue playing my games while I should be going to sleep. And before I know it, it's 1 a.m. I also have a dock by my bedside table to charge it overnight. Cyberpunk blew my mind on the system. I completely skipped out on this game on PlayStation 5 because of it being a broken mess. But on Switch, it's so good, it performs amazing, and it looks phenomenal. Yes, there's little frame rate dips here and there when it's raining heavy or when there's a lot going on in areas. I found this to be more often when exploring Dogtown, and the game did crash out on me a few times, which isn't great given that this is Nintendo's brand new, shiny new console. Hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come with games in the future. One thing to note as well, when playing Cyberpunk, the fan noise was whisper silent. You couldn't even hear it, and the Switch doesn't even heat up or get hot after gaming for a few hours, be it in handheld mode or when it's docked with the fan kicking in. Whisper quiet. Also, the battery life, it ain't great. And when it comes to handheld gaming, I'll always carry this around with me. This thing is an absolute beast, and it can charge your Nintendo Switch 2 multiple times over without you worrying about your Nintendo Switch dying while you're playing a game. With this thing, you'll never need to worry again, and it's fast charging as well. This is a must for anyone that travels with their Switch 2 on the go. Also, this isn't sponsored, by the way. I just absolutely love this. The big launch game of the system, Mario Kart World. This is by far the greatest Mario Kart game ever made. This has really surprised me at how good it is. With your Grand Prix, unlocking all the character costumes, doing traditional races, Knockout Tour is so addictive and amazing, and the new mechanics I thought at first was a little gimmicky. But then I started pulling off the Tony Hawk's grinding myself, the wall riding, the wave racing, and just everything. It is amazing. The free roaming, yeah, there isn't a lot of really stuff to do in free roaming. There's missions and things like that and little activities to do and collect the blue coins and what have you, but it isn't great. I also tried online with loads of random people as well. Absolute chaos with 24 other races, shells flying everywhere, and I suck at it. But it's incredibly fun with friends, being able to hop in and free roam with a buddy, doing some races and knockout tours together. So Mario Kart came and went. Very fun with friends, but apart from that, literally all of my time has been with Cyberpunk. And Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves, what a guy. It's only been recently where I have put aside Cyberpunk and picked up Donkey Kong Bananza. what an absolute 10 out of 10 game Donkey Kong Bonanza is. The Nintendo Switch 2 topping the charts when it comes to sales, topping the charts when it comes to just how much the system is selling at launch, and now, right out of the gate, with an absolute 10 out of 10 banger with Donkey Kong Bananza, the same team that brought us Super Mario Odyssey. So going off that, going into this, we know it's going to be something special. We know it is going to be something extraordinary, and it is every single chaotic bit of it. And a contender for Game of the Year already this early on the system. And at first I was a little taken back by this game. It wasn't sitting right with me because I absolutely love and adore Donkey Kong 64, and compared to that, this looked too pretty and colourful, and all you do is smash stuff. But man, is smashing stuff so addictive and fun, and just so relaxing as well, and therapeutic, with completely destructible environments, loads of chests to discover as you smash your way through the environment, with fossils and these big bananas to collect called Bonandiums, if I'm saying that right, with a skill tree to level up DK's moveset as well, with a singing companion on your back called Pauline from Super Mario Odyssey, courses to collect the big banana or Bonandium at the end, or multiple as you navigate it, picking up parts of the environment to throw at enemies, to even at the environment to chip away at it, or blow something up and pull things out of the ground to use as weapons as well. There's just so many layers to this game, and just the more you go with the different sub-layers, the more and more things open up to see and discover in this big sandbox of chaos and destruction. WWE 2K25 is out now as well on the Switch, which apparently plays phenomenal and looks incredible on the system. So I am so happy to hear about that, and apparently it looks just as good as the PlayStation 5 version. So I may need to pick that up at some point as well. And I absolutely love what Nintendo has done with the eShop. It's so clean and smooth to navigate around. Still missing some music on there, but for the most part, it's so much better. The icon is also red now, which makes perfect sense because Nintendo. Sections in the eShop are all broken down nicely. The wish list is right there, easy to get to. It's not hidden under your account settings like it was in the previous eShop. There's a nice featured section and a really good For You section that changes every week or so, I think. And under the search, there's a being played by friends part. And of course, the eShop is still, unfortunately, riddled with things like that. Nintendo's quality control at its finest. The UI is also pretty much exactly the same. New sounds and icons, sure. New colours, but apart from that, there's still no themes. It's the same as the old Switch. It would have been nice to get something new with the UI. Now, when the Nintendo Switch is docked, it supports 4K resolution with HDR up to 60 frames per second. It can also support 120 frames when the resolution is dropped within the settings. This just feels incredible in the hand because of its 7.9-inch screen. The buttons, the triggers are bigger and they're more rounded around the corner as well, which is really nice. It's still got the same old Joy-Cons, so Joy-Con drift may be a problem for some, or could be a problem in the future as well, of our Joy-Cons drifting on me, but hopefully it isn't the case. And also, magnets. I love the subtle colours from the Joy-Cons that take us back to the colours of the Switch 1. The Joy-Cons are held in place by magnets that are pretty strong when connected and just snap off easily like so. And when the Joy-Cons are on here, these aren't going anywhere. They're on there and they're staying on there. The kickstand is so much better and much more sturdy, and the flap for the cartridges, I feel, might easily come off over time, but it's still a massive improvement from Switch 1. There's also game chat that has really surprised me at how clear and crisp people sound, even when you are far away from your Switch and the microphone is coming from the Switch dock and you can still hear that person clearly, and it does a really good job of noise isolation as well. You can also share your screen as well, share your game with friends while you chat, and I haven't tried the camera yet because I think that's too much of a gimmick, and I really can't see a lot of people using that beyond just normal game chat. I feel like this is a pretty long video, but I feel like I have covered everything that I want to cover on the Switch 2, and the game cartridges are red, so that's how you know it's a Switch 2 cartridge, if it's red and the original Switch is still grey, and yes, they do still taste horrible. Game keycards, we'll finish off on game keycards because that does really get to me. I love collecting for Nintendo Switch, but at launch, at the midnight launch, I wanted to buy Hitman and Street Fighter 6, which is incredible, the fact that we have Cyberpunk and the whole game is on the cartridge, the entire game to its fullest, and all of the DLC is all on the cartridge, which is absolutely incredible to see. But other third parties have opted for a game keycard, so it's essentially just a cartridge with an activation code, and when you put that empty cartridge essentially in your Nintendo Switch 2, that'll then download the entire game from the eShop. So that really does suck, it really does, and I hope Nintendo hasn't killed the Nintendo Switch 2 and third-party developers working with Nintendo because of all the bad press and setting their own prices for games as well, depending on the value, which I personally don't think Mario Kart World is worth the price tag. It's amazing, yes, but it's not worth the price tag. It's Mario Kart. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you for making me a part of your day and still sticking around to support me with my content. Thank you so much. I am so humbled and always eternally grateful. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time.